Okay, here's the spring. See how it's broken? This is very common on the 3.0 Ford Ranger. And you got this one, you got a misfire. A lot of people think it's just spark plugs, coil, and after you replace spark plug, coil, and wiring, it's still misfiring. And well, if you could hear like a ticking sound and a big misfire and you can't get rid of it, this is a common thing on the 3.0 on a Ford Ranger. The mechanic will tell you it's a valve, which it could be a valve that broke. And if it did break, you're gonna have to remove the heads. But what I did, I took off the valve covers before I took it to another mechanic or to a shop, because they charge an arm and a leg. Decided to do it myself. Took the valve covers off, which I removed all this stuff in the top. It took me like maybe an hour and a half. Got to where the springs are and the valves, these things on top, and I was moving individually, one by one, just pushing down on them. And I found that the last one in the back, it was very loose. So then I noticed that the spring was broken. So I go, yeah, that's what caused my misfire. So I did the same thing to the other side. So took it off the valve covers on this side, which these all look fine to me. I only had one misfire. So yeah, this is a Ford Ranger, 2000 Ford Ranger 3.0. Yep, and this is how you do it. Old school. Got a piece of rope, like $3 for a piece of rope. Took the spark plug off, turned the crank, turned it by hand, put the piston all the way down, fed the rope into where the spark plug goes, so it could fall in on top of the piston. After I did that, I started turning the crank by hand and looking at the valve. When I saw it push up, I just moved it a little bit like that, and it was very tight. You couldn't push down. That means the piston is pushing up against it in the bottom. That would avoid it falling into the engine, into the piston. And if that would happen, you're gonna have to remove the whole head. So this is just one way of doing it, so you won't have to go through all this hassle of taking off the head. It's an easy process. I mean, all you have to do is just to replace the spring. If the valve is broken, like I told you, you're gonna have to remove the head. But other than that, on this was just the spring. So I'm just gonna go ahead and replace the spring, and it's ready to go. Well, I hope all this will help somebody out. And if you do have a misfire and they don't want to go away, you hear a ticking sound on top, just remove the valve covers and jiggle them around a little bit. And the back one was broken, and there's your problem. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.